Hello, my loves. Please bear with me if you're watching the replay while everyone jumps on. I know it's kind of late here in the US, in the East Coast, but if I don't get this message out, I will not be able to go to sleep. When spirit feels that there is a very important message that is going to affect someone's life, to see this message, they don't let me go to sleep until I deliver the message. So I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna start with a prayer, and call upon the archangels that have asked me to go live tonight. Okay, so there are three archangels with me here tonight, and I'm going to start with a prayer. The energies today with the moon in Pisces were very intense, and to the point where I had to stop readings in the middle of the day because I got physically ill from all of the energy. So because I am an empath, and sometimes when I'm channeling spirits, it can get very intense. So Archangel Uriel would like to speak today, or I should say Uriel. Every time I say his name, he corrects me because he's like, it's Uriel. Raphael and Michael would like to speak today. There are 3 different messages here, and I'm going to just start with a prayer just to clear the energy. And again, I know this is kind of late for this, but if I don't do it, I won't be able to sleep. Because you guys don't have no idea what it's like living in my head. It's like 300 people talking to me at the same time. So, okay, let's go ahead and start with the prayer. I call upon the energy of Archangel Uriel, and I give you permission to utilize my vessel to deliver the message to the collective in love and in compassion. I ask Archangel Raphael to step forward, and I give him permission to utilize my vessel to give the messages to the collective that he desires to give at this time in love and compassion. I call upon Archangel Michael to guide us and protect us during this channeling, and to maintain the vibration of our channeling high in love and compassion. Archangel Michael, I also give you permission to utilize my vessel to deliver the message to the collective. In Jesus' name, in the name of my guides, guardians, and angels, in the name of Papa Bondie. Amen. So let's go ahead and start with Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel has a message for those of you who are comparing yourself to others, okay? So he is saying, stop comparing yourself to others. You have a mission that you were born with. The mission that you were born with is not like anybody else's. The mission that you were born with is yours and yours alone. You're spending so much time comparing yourself to other people on social media, or comparing yourself to your friends or your family, and that is not the path that you're meant to take. Your mission is not meant to be like anybody else, and the reason for that is because nobody else can be you and you can't be anybody else. So therefore, there is no need to compare yourself to others. Every single human being that is incarnated in this lifetime has a purpose, and no one can be you and you can't be anybody else. So therefore, stop comparing yourself, because the more time you spend comparing yourself and how good or how bad or how worthy or unworthy you are, the more time that you are wasting in your time here in this lifetime, on this earth, on your mission. Okay, so basically, listen to your heart, be authentic, stop listening to all these people on the internet about how you should change yourself to fit their box, and listen to your heart, listen to your authenticity, listen to how you want to do things, because it is how your spirit guides tell you to do things that will make you different and that will make you stand out, not doing things like other people, not changing yourself to become someone else. We do not need you to be someone else. We need you to be you, because your vibration is what's going to assist us in our mission alongside you, not somebody else's vibration. Somebody else's vibration is for their mission that we are meant to do with them, and your vibration is for your mission that we are meant to do with you. So we need you to stop comparing yourself to others, because the longer that you do this, the less time that we are able to influence you in this lifetime to complete your mission. You can only complete your mission in this world while you are incarnated. In other dimensions, you are just light bodies. So you are only able to complete this mission while you are here. And this is the message from Archangel Uriel. If you are feeling that you are lacking passion, that you're lacking understanding or direction on your path, call upon me and I will help you. Call upon me in the name of God and I will come to you and I will assist you. Write me a letter and I will come to you. So Archangel Uriel is spelled Uriel. And he wants you to know that if you are missing passion in your path, if you're missing direction in your path, if you're missing, if you feel like you are lost, to call upon him, and he will come to you and he will show you the way. He will show you the direction that God created for you. Okay. So his message was loud and clear. To complete your mission, you need to stop comparing yourself to others. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for this message. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure that those who are meant to hear this in the collective appreciate this as well. I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic to Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael wants to talk to his healers. He wants to talk to his spiritual healers, medical healers, mental healers, okay? He wants you to stop feeling guilty. Archangel Raphael is starting to say, stop feeling guilty. You did what you can. You are not God. You are a vessel of God. You have done what you can do, okay? Whether you're a spiritual healer, mental healer, or medical healer, whether you're in the medical field, stop feeling guilty. There's a lot that you cannot control. Focus on what you can control and allow the rest to be given to your faith. Okay? You have to give into your faith and understand that there is nothing for you to feel guilty about if there are things that you did not know. If you were misled, and you did not know and you had no prior knowledge of being misled, you cannot feel guilty for something that you did not do intentionally. You have to stay true to your heart and to your oath that you took. Your oath not to hurt any human being, and to treat every human that you can in the same way. Listen to your healer's oath. And as long as you have done everything in your power to stay true to your oath, you have nothing to be guilty of, and you have nothing that will be judged against you. There are many healers that have been deceived. And he wants you to know that there is nothing for you to be guilty of. You are not God. You can only control what you can control, and everything else has to be left to the divine. Archangel Raphael also wants to speak to spiritual healers. He wants you to understand that your vibration, like Archangel Uriel said, your vibration is needed on this earth, and every single person is different. You need to stop fighting amongst each other. You need to instead uplift one another. You need to stop fighting amongst each other or comparing yourself to other spiritual healers, comparing yourself to other practices or to other traditions, and simply be your authentic self and allow your vessel to be the channel for the healing power of the divine, rather than getting so much into your ego and getting offended because someone might correct you or someone might see things in a different way. It's okay for you to have different views from other people in the spiritual community, and that doesn't mean that you have to be that person's enemy or that you can't support one another. Each vessel receives messages from different spirits and different angels in different ways, and each healer has a purpose. Whew, he's talking so fast that I need to breathe. Each healer here has a purpose. Okay? Remember that there are 3 planes of healing: mental, spiritual, and physical. Remember, spiritual healers, you need to make sure that you are taking care of your physical health and your mental health as well. Remember, mental healers, you need to be taking care of your spiritual health and your physical health as well. Remember, physical healers, you need to be taking care of your spiritual and your mental health as well. Because you cannot be one of these without the other, without having the balance between all of them. Okay. That is all that Archangel Raphael wants to say at this time. I'm going to go ahead and allow Archangel Michael to let me know what his message is today. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for your message. He wants to talk about Akashic Records, and he is saying to me that some of you are damaging your Akashic Records by not asking permission or not being at the right vibration when you tap into your Akashic Records. I don't know. He's telling me some of you are getting Akashic Record readings from people who are not at the right vibration to be touching your Akashic Records, or you may yourself be tapping into your Akashic Records. For those of you who don't know what Akashic Records are, the Akashic Records are the books that are kept and where angels, your guardian angel, will keep record of everything that you do in your lifetime and what your spirit guides and your higher self have deemed to happen for you in this lifetime. Your Akashic Records are basically records of your previous lifetimes as well as this current lifetime that you are living. He is saying whenever you are tapping into your Akashic Records, you need to be asking him to assist you in this so that you do not damage them, okay? The reason for that is because if someone is in the wrong vibration and they are accessing your Akashic Records, they can damage your records, and then you start to have spiritual blockages and mental blockages and physical blockages, and you don't know why, and that is because your Akashic Records are being damaged or being tampered with, okay? Also, keep in mind, he wants you to know that when you do magic, your Akashic Record gets edited as well. So you need to make sure that what you are doing magic-wise is something that you truly believe that you need to do, and that you have consulted your higher self and your spirit guides on this, okay? Whether you do magic for yourself or whether you do magic with other people. The reason why he's saying this is because some of you think that by taking a shortcut, you are getting to someplace faster, but instead what you're doing is damaging your Akashic Records and causing yourself to get set back further than you were before. This is not to say, he's saying this is not to say that you can't do magic, that you can't do conjure, that you can't take some shortcuts. Yes, you can, but you need to make sure that you are meditating with your spirit guides and you are receiving that confirmation that it is something that it is okay for you to move forward with, so that you are not damaging it. Otherwise, your spirit guides are not responsible for the damage that you may do, and the steps that it may set you back is what he's trying to show me. At any time, you can call upon him and ask him if this is something that you need to do in order to move forward faster in your healing, in your development, in your prosperity, your love, whatever it is that you're trying to edit with magic. You can call upon him at any time and ask him, and he will give you a feeling of whether you should do it or you shouldn't do it. Also, he's saying make sure that when you are doing magic that you're not doing it from a vibration of fear, because that can also damage your Akashic Records. And this is not to say, he just told me to say to you, this is not to say that you're not allowed to have negative emotions. That you are allowed to have negative emotions, you are allowed to have negative thoughts, but it's a matter of whether you act from them. If you act from them or not, that is what shifts the energy and shifts your karma. He also wants you to know that a new cycle has started. A new cycle of karma has started. Last year, a lot of karma was basically balanced. I'm not understanding what he's showing me, but basically the scales were balanced last year. A lot of karma was delivered. A lot of the scales were balanced in the last 2 years in our human existence. So, during that time, there was a very big tear in the veil, and that tear is being repaired, and a new cycle is starting now. Okay, so a new cycle of karma is starting now during this time. So a lot of people may have had a very rough year because they were dealing with multiple lifetimes of karma at the same time. And that karma needed to be balanced. And it may feel to you like you went through the worst thing, and like things are just not going the right way. But they are about to start to balance themselves out. But it was part of your karma, okay? So there is a new cycle starting. There's a new cycle starting of karma. Another thing he wants you to know is that you are more protected than you realize, okay? He's saying there are many things that, there are many bad things that people perceive to be coming from negative entities and actually are coming from your spirit guides. And then these negative things are coming from your spirit guides in order to challenge you to grow faster. Okay, so these are things that your soul already agreed to before incarnating in your Akashic records, in your Akashic plan, to go through certain trials and tribulations. And these are blockages that are being put in by your spirit guides. Sometimes blockages are put in to protect you. Okay, so if there's something that you feel like is being delayed, okay, if you feel like there's things that are being delayed, if you feel like there's visions that you have and you just feel like you're running in place and you're not getting anywhere, that's because there was a karmic lesson that your soul chose to go through in order to cleanse before this new cycle of karma began. So you are more protected than you realize, and it's not, for a lot of you, it's not somebody else doing stuff to you. It is your higher self and your spirit guides that are actually placing these blockages in your path, because that is what they have been instructed to do by your soul before you incarnated in this earth, okay? So understand that for some of you, this is not necessarily witchcraft being done to you, not to all, but for some of you that feel like all this negative energy, these are shadow healing that needs to happen. He's saying these are shadow healing that needs to happen. You need to bring more light to your shadow. So you need to be bringing those shadow aspects out, and bringing them to the light, acknowledging them and integrating what benefits you out of those shadow aspects, and letting go of the things that no longer benefit you. Hold on, y'all, because he's explaining things to me as I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything that he says. So you are more protected than you realize. So it's not that you are being attacked by witchcraft. He says, and this is a very specific number of people. It's not that you're being attacked by witchcraft. It's not that your spirit guides aren't protecting you from witchcraft. It's that you are not in the right vibration for them to protect you. They have to allow those things through in order to wake you up, in order to get your attention, to point out these things that need to be addressed in your shadow self. So if you are a person that does a lot of spiritual work on yourself, that does a lot of magical protection spells on yourself, but you're still feeling like things are hitting you, understand that this is not necessarily coming from another person. This is coming from your own vibration not being high enough. So work on raising your vibration and work on just asking your spirit guides, okay, what is the lesson that you're trying to teach me so that you can get through the uncomfortable times much faster. Because he's saying one of the biggest issues is that you're not asking, what is the lesson that I need to learn? What is the lesson that you're trying to teach me through this situation? And that's the reason why you are still going through the same experiences, no matter how much magic you do, no matter how much cleansing you do, no matter how much generational work you're doing, there is lessons that you're not learning. And that is the reason why you keep repeating them. And that is the reason why your spirit guides have been instructed to not protect you from those lessons. But basically, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Is the joke he just made. Basically, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. He's like, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you physically. As long as you don't do anything crazy, it's not going to hurt you mentally, physically, or spiritually. But it is going to force you to be emotional. It is going to affect your emotions so that you bring those energies out into the light. Give them light, give them acknowledgement, and heal them. Okay? The last thing he wants me to say is to remind you guys to stop suppressing. Stop suppressing the aspects of yourself that you dislike, because the more you suppress them and don't acknowledge them or give them the time of day, the stronger they grow, and they're just bubbling underneath the surface. And that impedes your spiritual growth, your mental growth, your emotional growth. And it eventually affects your physical body and your financial ability to produce. So if you're a very passive-aggressive person, focus on speaking your truth more often. Instead of doing like shady nudges, or keeping your mouth shut and then saying what you want to say, later to yourself when you're angry. Focus on how can you express how you feel in a more authentic way, so that way you don't feel like you're repressing those energies and you become more passive aggressive and more internally angry. Passive aggressiveness. Okay. The last thing he wants me to remind you is that which you wish that which you wish on others returns to you. Okay? So the last thing he wants me to bring up is that which you wish on others returns to you. If you wish well on others, it comes back to you multiplied. If you wish badly on others, remember it comes back to you multiplied. Remember that Archangel Michael is basically the king of return to senders and revocations. So he wants to remind you that which you wish on others can be multiplied back to you. That goes for the good and the bad. So focus on cleansing in yourself and and acknowledging in yourself, why do you wish bad upon someone else? Okay? And really looking into yourself and being honest with yourself, because that which you wish unto others will be returned unto you. And for those of you who wish well on others, he wants you to know that your good wishes are going to be reciprocated back to you tenfold and will be rewarded. Okay, so continue to wish well upon others, continue to uplift others, and you will be uplifted in return from a place of truth and honesty in your heart. Whew. Okay. So last thing he wants to remind you again is that you are protected. All you have to do is ask for help and the angels will be able to assist you. Okay. So last minute here, Archangel Haniel just stepped through and she wants to give a message for those of you who are dealing with twin flame and divine soulmate energies. Okay. So she wants you to watch the channeling that I had already done previously with her, talking about the differences between twin flames and karmic flames, and the differences between divine soulmates and karmic soulmates, okay? Because a lot of you are still confusing the two. And she's saying you are confusing the divine soulmates and the karmic soulmates with each other, and a lot of you are confusing the twin flames and the karmic flames for each other. Karmic flames are definitely they vibrate on your shadow self's vibration. Okay, so you will, if you are with a karmic twin flame, you will experience a lot of suffering. You will experience a lot of the things that trigger your shadow, okay? And the reason for that is because that karmic flame's job in your life is to force you to pull out your shadow and to bring your shadows to the light and to do your shadow healing, okay? So you may be dealing with a lot of karmic flames that you think are twin flames because your attraction is so powerful and you just can't seem to get away from each other. It's like an addiction. And actually, your twin flame would actually make you feel calm, not make you feel insecure. Okay, that is a big distinction that hasn't been made, and Archangel Haniel wants to take the moment to make that distinction. She wants you to understand that your true twin flame will not make you feel less than. Your true twin flame would help uplift you and would help heal those aspects of you, not amplify them. Your karmic flames will amplify them, and your karmic flames are not flames that are for your benefit. They are flames that are simply to show you your triggers so that you can take the time to heal them. So if you are dealing with a man or a woman who is cheating on you, who is abusing you, who is mistreating you, these are karmic lessons that you need to acknowledge and move on from this person. Okay? Because otherwise you will continue with that suffering. This person may be mistaken for a twin flame, a divine twin flame, but they are not. Your divine twin flame will come after you have done the healing of your karmic flame that your karmic flame shows you, okay? And that is not to say, she's like, I don't want anyone confused. She's saying that is not to say that you deserve to suffer, okay? No, what I am saying here is that you need to acknowledge that this is a karmic twin flame and not a divine twin flame. A divine twin flame is meant to uplift you and to help you heal. The karmic twin flame will trigger your shadows. Your divine twin flame would be on the level of your higher self. Your divine twin flame would see your potential and would help uplift you to your potential. Your divine twin flame would not bring you down, but rather uplift you. But you have to be also in that vibration of being able to uplift someone else. Your divine twin flame is an equal, balanced exchange of energy. A karmic flame is an unequal exchange of energy. Same applies to divine soulmates versus karmic soulmates. Okay? Because she wants you to understand that twin flames are very rare. It is more likely for you to meet a divine soulmate than it is for you to have a twin flame in this lifetime, a divine twin flame. So that is all she wants to leave you with tonight. Just make sure she wanted to give you some food for thought. Okay. She would highly suggest journaling. Journaling for those of you who are going through rough relationships. Okay, that's all that she has. So that was from Archangel Haniel. She is the Archangel of love, and she is the Archangel of emotions. So she's saying that many people are covering their eyes and wanting to cover the sun with their hand. So she wants you to become more aware of what is in your path. All right? All right, my dears. So those are the messages from Archangel Uriel, Raphael, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Haniel. Now I can finally go to sleep. May you be very blessed, and I thank all of the angels for their messages and all of the mysteries for also chiming in on the messages as well. Okay, many blessings to you, and may the spirits and the angels and, of course, God be with you. Many blessings. Bye-bye.